Practice 8 in the books. It's amazing how fast it goes. We got 2 weeks after Saturday, spring game on April 12th, getting close. Scrimmage on Saturday, but I had a good day today. Offense looked sharp. It was thud, obviously. So I want to see the offense go out and do what they did today, what they did on Monday, on Saturday. Go out and execute. A lot of plays made offensively today. I think it's tough on defense when it's thud and you can't tell if we would have got him, knocked him out, whatever it would be. But I'm happy with where we are after practice 8, moving into practice 9. Questions?
Why do you think it was sharper? What did you like about the offense?
Just completing the ball. I mean, quarterbacks, were moving around the pocket. Protection was good. And they're making plays with their feet. So they're just completing balls. When you're completing balls, sticks are moving. The sticks are moving, you're going to score touchdowns. We did a coming out period today, started the ball at the 1. Offense took it all the way down the field for a touchdown. So it was good to go 99. But that's kind of the day it was. But again, I always think mentally it's easier on the offense on a day where you're not getting hit. You go across the middle as a receiver, you're not going to get splattered on the turf. So we need to come out with an attitude on Saturday and offensively and make it a real game.
Is it farther along than other years, or is that about on?
About the same. I'd say about the same. We'll find out where we are on Saturday. Again, just the execution today out of the offense was good. I'll look and see what happened. Was it mis-execution on the defense? Was it structure? We'll find out today. But, overall, I know we've installed different stuff offensively and defense. I know the defense is toying around with some different coverages, so we'll see exactly what that was.
What have you liked from your younger quarterbacks like Julian and Mason so far?
They just keep growing. I mean, Julian's done a nice job. He got in a 2-minute situation today, almost threw a pick when we're in field goal range already. So just continue to understand, the situation in the game. But Julian's been really good. I mean, world of difference from where he was last season, last spring, even where he was last fall at the end of the year. And then Mason, for a freshman quarterback, has done an unbelievable job. He's been sharp, got a quick release. He's looked good.
Camp Snap been one of those guys making plays on offense for you.
Camp Snap's made a play. He had a play here today in 2 minutes, I think, or one of those periods they all run together at the end here. But Camp's made plays. Got to catch the ball all the time. Freshman, typical freshman mistakes. But Camp's done a nice job.
Is Fowler making progress?
He is. He had a nice deep ball play today. He went up and got it on a free play. Defense jumped off sides, and Zion. I don't think he had a catch last week, but we got to find a way to see what he can do when the ball gets in his hand.
What have you seen from Jake Overman in the tight end room as a leader and just on the field?
I mean, Jake's a tremendous leader. I mean, Jake is he's obviously on our leadership council. He does a great job in every respect. So he's done a nice job when he's starting tight end. He's done a nice job.
2 weeks until your spring game. What are you really hoping to key on these next couple practices before that?
Just keep moving forward. I don't want our guys to start to think it's over yet. We just got to keep pushing forward. Sometimes the beginning, the first 8 are easy, and then you start to get where it's almost over, and guys get in that it's almost over mode. But we got to get 3% better every day. We can't afford to stay the same one day. Not one guy, not one unit. We've got to push ahead.
I know with that first scrimmage, there was all the turnover problems, and just kind of talking to some guys, they were kind of excited tomorrow. Saturday, the weather's going to be a little bit nicer. Do you think that played a factor in some of those turnovers?
I think it always plays a factor. I think weather, stadium, attitudes, mentality. Thinking you're going to be okay, and then you're not. So the offense has got to come out with an attitude. So we'll find out. But the weather definitely has a factor. It has a factor in every game, whether it's rain, whether it's cold, whether it's hot. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't know what the temperature's going to be on Saturday. I don't care what it's going to be. We're going out. We went in today because it was a little chillier or whatever, and I'm good with practice. But when we get a chance to go out, regardless of what the weather's going to be like, it can't be any worse than it was last week.
We saw a lot of Ben Sauls yesterday. What have you seen for your place kickers this year? How big is Saturday for them to kick at the stadium?
It's big. And again, they started off slow with that win last week, and they finished really good. I was happy with our kickers last week. First time in the stadium, kicking in live situations. We had a 2-minute drill today. It was 2016. We always have situations, and for our ACC championship period at the end, there was a 2-minute. We take a former 2-minute that we had. That's a real 2-minute, 58 seconds, one time out each side. It was 2016 Clemson game. So we just kind of replayed that, and both kickers went down and kicked. I think Sam Carpenter had a 51-yarder at the end. I think James Lennon got lucky, got a little closer with the other offense, but both down the middle. So those are clutch kicks, and the pressure's on, the noise is up, guys are yelling. So I'm happy with what I saw out of those guys here after 8.
Is Lovelace taking a claim to that middle linebacker job?
He is, but Jeremiah's right there. I mean, Jeremiah can, obviously Jeremiah and Lovelace can play either one. So, last week, Lovelace got some, reps at the Mike, and then Jeremiah played Mike and played, the boundary back or the money spot too. So Jeremiah can do both, but they're still fighting at that Mike spot.
Did you hear just any further feedback about how yesterday went for some of your guys?
Not really. I just saw Brandon George coming off the field. I don't know if, he's got a 30 for 30 with the Chiefs, which is good. So he's got a, so he just found that out either this morning or late last night. So I think that's what a pro day does for you. It's like, ooh, the guy's got some pretty good times. Let's get him in here. So I'm sure there's other ones, but, haven't had time to find out. But, it's a good day overall. You guys saw the stats and the numbers and all that, and I think it was a great showing by our kids.
What's the benefit of having all those along the back in the building, especially while you're doing spring workouts?
It's big time. I mean, I just love when our players come back. It doesn't matter what year they are, what year they graduated. To have Kalijah back, I mean, I would say this. The guy grew up in Miami, plays in Tampa, and he's in Pittsburgh in March. Like, why? Okay, he's back here training. He trusts our strength staff. He's getting better. He's in the weight room every morning, lifting early, and then it's just great to have those guys around. Those guys are families, forever Panthers, and Haba's back. Playing in the Canadian leagues. We'll have more guys back. And then for the spring game, we obviously got Kenny coming back for one team, and we've got A.J. Woods on the other. So we got 2 Super Bowl champions. Tried to get Avante. Avante's got a wedding and, out of the country somewhere. So, but try to get those champions back here as well. Sorry if I blew the cover there, EJ.
Best coming from your mouth. What else? We got anything else?
Go back to Jeremiah for a second. What has he done as a young guy, a rising sophomore, to be able to take on that responsibility of being a middle linebacker?
Jeremiah's a guy you trust. I mean, Jeremiah, is a guy you love. He's got the greatest attitude every day. He's smart. He does a great job communicating, and he's physical. I mean, he's a physical Mike. He will come down and snap you. He's still learning all the little tiny details. But he loves the game, and he's physical. That's what I love about Jeremiah. We know he can run and he's athletic, but Jeremiah's going to be a good football player.
Is Lovelace getting snaps from the outside too?
He may have gotten a couple, but we've right now he's running with the ones. Jeremiah's right on his hip. If Jeremiah was in there starting, game day was tomorrow, I have no problems with him in there either. We got a lot of trust and faith in Jeremiah.
Now that you've been in the program for a couple of years, how is this camp kind of different for you, and just how are you kind of approaching it this year?
This camp been my first camp for real. I'll say just the difference in my body. I would say just trying to take care of my body for the most part. Just being detailed and understanding what it takes to actually go through a full spring because this is my first one. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
You're a corner, right?
Yes, sir.
What does it take to play corner well in this defense?
It takes grit. It takes toughness for sure, and you got to focus on a lot of small details throughout the whole game. I would say. So yeah.
How helpful is it having guys like Rashad and Tamon, just like guys that have been around, played a lot of football, just to kind of pick their brain?
I would say it's very helpful because those guys are very experienced, and they just help me all they can, and just try to be much of a mentor they can as possible. I would say just going through the process. If I have some questions or if I don't understand some, they'll be really quick to just come in and give me advice or whatever it is I need. So it's very helpful.
What about your skill set makes you good to play corner in the Pitt defense?
What about my skill set? I wouldn't even say that. I would say, you know, I'm very coachable, and I feel like I work well, you know, with the defense as far as, you know, just being aggressive and, you know, getting my hands on. I feel like my length is one of my greatest attributes to myself. So, yeah.
Coach mentioned that you guys have been implementing some new things on the defensive end.
Again?
Coach has mentioned that you guys have been implementing some new things on the defensive end. What do you like about the new things that you guys are kind of implementing, and has it been tricky to kind of adapt to that?
I wouldn't say it'd be tricky. As far as the new defense implementing, it just gives us a new chance to really, you know, read off what the offense is doing. You know, I would say new stuff they're implementing into the game. You know, it's giving us, allowing us to, you know, just really read the defense and, you know, sit back and actually, you know, analyze, make plays. So yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
What are your goals for yourself throughout this offseason and entering 2025?
Do as much as I can, you know, for the defense, you know, for us to win. I feel like, you know, winning is, you know, the standard around here. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
What have you noticed just going up against this offense second year with Coach Bell? Like what's kind of different about that?
I would say the tempo. You know, the tempo of the defense, you know, just how they play is just very fast, and, you know, they play with a lot of energy. So that's pretty much it, yeah.
Pitt's defense puts its cornerbacks out in an island a lot. Is that something that you investigated and liked when you were thinking about coming here, that you're going to be wiring like receivers all the time?
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I came here. You know, Pitt defense is pretty much press, you know, the whole game, and they in your face. So, you know, it's really allowed me to showcase, you know, my press ability and, you know, just running out the line and stuff like that. You know, pretty much what they do in the league. So it's just really to get me ready for the league. That's really why I came here. You know, just I love the style of defense, how they play. So yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of getting ready for the league, what did you kind of take away from yesterday? Just kind of watching some of your former teammates have that audition.
Man, I don't know, man. I really say, you know, it's a pretty big, you know, opportunity for sure. Like, you know, it's just coming in, you know, you see guys a little nervous because, you know, it's a big moment, you know, getting ready for, you know, big testing and, you know, all that stuff. But I feel like, you know, just with the right preparation, though, you know, I feel like the process will be a lot better. But I watched those guys, you know, go through and did their thing. You know, Don McMillan, he did his thing. You know, PJ, all them boys, you know, they did their thing. So it was pretty exciting, you know, to watch and, you know, just experience, I would say.
How are you a better player today than you were maybe a year ago?
Better player? I would say just time and reps. Time and reps, you know, just add up. And, you know, the more you get time and reps and, you know, you get a chance to actually watch yourself and, you know, like they say, get 50% better every single day, you know, the better you'll get over time. And you just start slowly see yourself gradually, you know, just progression throughout, I would say, yeah, so.
Just what's the comfort level now that you're second year with Coach Bell's offense? Like how's just the whole group overall kind of adapting to it?
We're very comfortable with it now. You know, the tempo, you know, at first was a little rough to get used to, but now it's just like second nature to us now. So it's just 100% comfortable. Just we already know what we're going to do.
How about preparing your body? How much was that big into what we're seeing this spring from you guys?
You know, we always get a little extra running in after practice, you know, just to get conditioned. So it's just going to help us in the long run. You know, we're going to be like the most conditioned team in college football, I can tell you that. So.
Coach Narduzzi said a couple times he feels like you guys are running the ball a little bit better this spring. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way. You know, just working with guys like Coop, you know, Bear, Kendall, you know, just getting those combinations, just running the ball a lot better than we did last year.
The three transfers that came in on the offensive line, you see a difference in the way you guys are meshing? You've been playing with more cohesiveness than you did a year ago?
For sure. The transfers, like Jeff, Kendall, Keith, and they fit right in with the program. I mean, it's just like they already been here. So, I mean, I just love playing with them guys, watching them learn and grow.
Talk about what Keith has been like so far, especially for you at guard. Like, what has he taught you? What are some of the things he's told you?
One thing I saw with him was like with his third step, with the combinations with the tackles. You know, I talked with him about that a lot. You know, because it's a quick step. You know, just helps him get up to the linebacker. So I just chatted with him about that, and we just hang out together. You know, always eating food with him.
You talked about like the offense's overall comfort level. What have you seen from Eli this camp? And, how has he kind of grown even from the end of last year?
He's definitely slinging the ball a lot better, Just I feel like he's more comfortable back there, making his reads, just slinging the ball, scoring touchdowns.
How are you a better player today than you might have been a year ago?
Definitely last year, with the new offense, just learning. I think my knowledge has grown a lot since last year, know what's going to happen. And then with this offense, things are fast, so just keeping a level head because I already know what's going to happen, just playing fast.
You guys doing at the same speed that a year ago between plays?
I feel like we're going faster now, but yeah.
Some of the other offensive linemen have talked about how, at the end of last season, they're really taking it as we have to be better. They took a lot of it back personally. Is that the same for you?
Oh, for sure, games come down to the offensive line a lot. So, we got to just take pride in that, We can't have the same finish how we finished last year. We just got to take more pride, work harder, get the job done no matter what.
You talked about just being conditioned, and you guys have to, be maybe the best conditioned team in the country. It's obvious looking at Ryan, he trimmed down. What was his offseason like? How was he working?
During winter workouts, just working with him because we were in the same group, just getting stronger, faster. I just love working with that guy, That's my right tackle, But, he's been taking it in, too, because we talked about not having that same finish like we did last year. We just got to get better.
So some people might think if you're way less, it's going to make you not as strong. But how do you compensate for not being as bulky with some of the speed that you guys have?
Really, Coach Stack's program. I feel like we have one of the best weight rooms in the country, just being honest with you. He gets us right. He tells us what we need to do, how we need to maintain our strength. So, I just credit to him, for real.
I know that you guys had 3 transfers on the defensive line, some young defensive tackles. Who's kind of one guy you're going up against that's kind of catching your eye on that side of the ball?
Maybe I like the freshman, Juju. He's been working hard. So, really him. I just like seeing the young guys just get work in, just working hard, for real.
You've been a starter now. This will be your 3rd season. You've been a starter longer than anybody else that comes on the line.
Sure.
Are you taking a leadership role?
Yeah, always, guys like Caleb, he's been growing a lot. Giovanni, they've been taking huge steps, and I just love seeing them grow. Anytime, they mess up or something, I always talk to them, what they can do better. And I just feel they're comfortable talking with me about anything.
Playing line is as much mental as it is. You got to be big and athletic. But there's also a lot of mental thing. You have to be a smart guy.
Right.
To play that position, right?
That just comes with, watching film, just being prepared, because, and it's also about having the next play mentality. If you mess up the last play, you got to forget about it because the next play is coming up. So it's just really about being mentally tough.
You really don't have time to think about the last play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
As fast as you guys are going.
Yeah, that's real. This tempo that makes you forget about it, so that helps a lot.
Nick, you have a team tackle unit that seems like there's 4 or 5 guys that can really play a lot of snaps for you guys. Just describe this unit and what it's like right now.
Explosive and some dogs. That's everybody's just going out there and, doing their job and, being disruptive every play, and that's all we can ask for. You know what I mean?
The offensive line has 3 transfers, veteran guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see a difference in your perspective and how the offensive line is playing?
Oh, yes, sir. Everybody's getting better, and that's all, we all can ask for is everybody just getting better, each better, 3% each day, and that's all we can ask for.
You notice those guys, seem like veteran players?
You could tell they have experience and they played in games and stuff like that. They came here for a reason.
How about the 3 transfers in your room? I know you guys brought in 3 defensive ends. How they kind of blended into the group?
They're doing a great job just learning the defense and just, moving fast and quickly with it and just, not wasting days, and they're just keep getting better each day. So, yeah.
Coaches Narduzzi told us a little bit about how you guys are implementing new things on the defensive end, and I guess I'm curious, what do you like about those things, and has it been kind of difficult to implement at all?
No, because at the end of the day, we're still getting off the ball, we're still being violent, and it's Coach Duzzi's defense, and it's going to be aggressive. So it's all going to be the same for us.
When you talk about getting better, what does that mean for you personally?
Just working on little things, just like my eyes, my strike, my footwork, and just little things like that. You know, just take time with it and stuff like that. Since it's not a rush, like we're not in fall camp to get to the season, so just taking my time and just focus on little things.
The guys in your group, did the guys in your group maybe take what happened last year personally?
Yeah, I think this whole team did. Nobody, it just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth, and you know, we don't want to have that happen again to us.
So did that make workouts more intense? Like, how did you guys kind of spin that forward?
Yeah, it's been a lot of, you know, I would say like leaders just stepping up and stuff like that, and just taking control. And like coach won't have to tell us to do something; we can go do it on our own and stuff like that.
One of the guys I feel like we really haven't heard much about is Ty Boss. What can you sort of say about him so far?
He's a dog too. You know, he's working to get better. You know, like each and every one of us are just working on little things like our strikes, and you know, he's going to be a great player.
It sounds like the last Saturday you guys kind of got the better of the offense. What do you guys need to do this Saturday to keep that going?
Just bring the same intensity that we did last time. Just have the same energy, the same juice, and just, you know, play our defense.
What did you guys do well that day?
I would just say, like, as a defense or as a D-line, I could say we did get off the ball. We rushed the passer pretty well, so yeah.
Is there a lot of friendly banter going back and forth?
Yeah, always. You know, friendly competition. You can come to the locker room and you can have, you know, get the last laugh and stuff like that. So, you know, we always try to, it's very competitive on the field.
Does that help keep you guys engaged? I guess when you hit the middle of spring ball, you know, you're not playing real games, but this year it's kind of getting this taste of competition.
Yeah, because, you know, everybody wants bragging rights, you know, because we see each other every day. So, you know what I mean? Everybody wants that bragging right. So, yeah.
Who's the biggest bragger on the defense?
I don't know. I feel like we got plenty of them. We got plenty of them.
What about you?
I'm kind of quiet, mellow. Yeah.
Have you had the chance to talk to Clyde Kansas since he's been back? What's he been telling you guys?
Yeah, he's just been giving us little tips that he sees, like just during pass rush and team like that. So it's been very helpful.
How big is that to have a guy like that come back and speak to you guys?
It's amazing because, like, you know, he did what everybody wants to be. Like, you know, he's a first-round draft pick, so you just listen to everything he's saying, you know, just try to implement that in your game.
And were you able to watch yesterday, some of Pro Day?
Yes, I did.
What does that do for the group to see those guys through that? And does it, especially like midway through spring drill, is it like like, hey, we do our stuff, we could be in this situation?
I feel like that's the goal every day, not just seeing the pro day and stuff like that. I feel like that's everybody's mindset. Like, even if it, like, we didn't have the pro day, like, just like always, everybody wants to get to that next place. So, like, everybody's working to get there.